What's up guys, welcome to a new episode of Filmmaking Friday. Today we're gonna answer the question, which lens to buy. Filmmaking Friday. Now of course that is a tricky question which you cannot just simply answer with one sentence, because you have to take many things into consideration. So let's dive into the world of lenses to help you make an informed decision on which lens to buy for your camera. So you've got your camera and now you're thinking about lenses. But why does the right lens matter so much in filmmaking? Let's break it down. There are various types of lenses out there: zoom lenses, prime lenses, telephoto lenses, wide angle lenses, tilt shift lenses. There's even a difference between photo and video lenses. But for the sake of simplicity, we'll neglect all the special lenses and also not talk too much about the focal length. This will be broken down in a different video, but focus on the two main types: zoom lenses and prime lenses. Let's do a quick comparison. Zoom lenses are incredibly versatile. They cover a range of focal lengths within a single lens, allowing you to zoom in and out without changing lenses. This makes them perfect for capturing a wide variety of shots without having to swap lenses constantly, which is especially important if you're planning on shooting stuff like events, where things can quickly happen unplanned and you have to react accordingly. If we're looking at prime lenses, they have a fixed focal length, which won't allow you to zoom. If you want to have a different focal length, you'd have to change the lens, which means it's more suitable for planned stuff like narrative films, where you know what will happen and you're able to repeat the action. Also, of course, it's more expensive, because if you want to cover different focal lengths, you would have to buy multiple prime lenses, which will result in more lenses, and that of course means spending more money. Then why doesn't everyone just get a zoom lens that covers every single focal length? Well, prime lenses also have some benefits to zoom lenses, of course. First, image quality. Prime lenses are known for their outstanding image quality. They typically have a single fixed focal length, which allows for a simpler optical design. This results in sharp, high-quality images with minimal distortion. So basically you could say a prime lens just has one focal length. This one is really good and sharp, and since a zoom lens has several focal lengths, each single one just isn't perfect. Prime lenses also often have wider apertures. This is great for achieving that beautiful cinematic background blur, also known as bokeh. And it's also really important for shooting in low light conditions. Creativity and consistency. Using a prime lens forces you to be creative with your framing, since you can zoom in or out. It also encourages consistency in your shots, as you'll need to physically move the camera to change your composition. One last point to consider: image stabilization. Zoom lenses more often than prime lenses come with a built-in image stabilization, which helps you to achieve steady shots even in handheld situations or low light conditions. This of course depends on whether you're planning to take photos or film with the camera, if you're planning to shoot during the day, at night, on a tripod or gimbal or handheld. So which lens should you choose? Well, it depends on your specific use and needs. Choose a zoom lens if you need versatility and convenience, you're shooting events, sports or documentary style content, you're on a budget and need an all-in-one solution. Choose a prime lens if you prioritize image quality and creative control, you want that beautiful background blur and excellent low light performance, and you're shooting cinematic films or artistic photography. Other important factors we already touched on is of course the budget. However, nowadays there are good options at a low price for basically everything. You also don't have to buy just the brand names. Sometimes there are even good or better options from brands like, for example, Sigma or Tamron. Also, after all, you don't need the 50mm 1.2 for $1,400, when you could also get the nifty 50 with 1.8 for $125, or depending on your budget, do it like me and settle for the golden mean and buy the 50mm 1.4 for $350 and you're just fine. Remember, when buying lenses, a good lens can last your whole career, or at least for a good amount of time depending on how you treat it. And also, like many people say, the lens is more important than the camera. Of course, just to some degree. Slapping a $50,000 lens onto a 480p camcorder won't help you, but I think you get the point. A lens can also be chosen depending on a stylistic way you want to go. On the latest Batman, for example, they went with old vintage lenses that have blurry edges. Something other people would consider a flaw, in this case is used on purpose. Also think about camera compatibility. For the longest time, Canon EF lenses were the golden standard, because you can put them on, well, Canon cameras, adapt them to almost every other system. I, for example, use all Canon lenses on my Sony cameras because I just like them more and just hate most of the Sony lenses. And you can also build a Canon mount, for example, in a red. However, that kind of changed over the years because Canon released the RF mount along with its mirrorless cameras. But again, if you opted for a Sony camera, you can also buy E-mount lenses. Nowadays, you can almost adapt everything to everything. In the end, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Both zoom lenses and prime lenses have their benefits and drawbacks and are valuable tools for filmmakers and photographers. The key is to figure out your shooting style and the type of content you want to create to make the best choice for your needs. I hope this video gave you at least a small insight into the different factors you need to consider when buying a lens. If you need some more tips or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or hit me up on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing right here for more videos just like this one. And also be sure to tune in on Sunday, because the video coming out is kind of related to this one. It's about the only 3 lenses you will ever need, so you don't want to miss out on it, trust me. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.